Hey everyone, April Joy Ford here, and I've been getting a lot of your feedback on when the audiobook is coming out for You Are Not Alone, How to Rise Above Life's Challenges. And so here's what I'll do until then. Until the audiobook version comes out, I'm going to read you guys parts of the book, or maybe we'll go through bits and pieces of it, a little bit of each chapter snapshots. And what you can do is read along. Go to myjoyagain.com and get your free downloadable copy so you can read along, or text the keyword joy to 38470. So today we are going to read the introduction, and let me just give you guys an overview on the chapters outlined in this book. We've got recognize the rebel, that's the risk of overcompensating, respond with a recovery plan. We talk about health and wellness and spirituality. Reevaluate what you're rebuilding, defining your own success and happiness. And we move on to rebalance your relationships. We talk about parenting, love, and relationships. And we close out with the 4 steps in action. That's using the 4 steps to rise above life's challenges. So make sure, again, if you want to read along, go to myjoyagain.com to get the free downloadable copy. So we'll start with this first vlog video on the introduction. So here we go. Was there ever a time when you felt you were overcompensating for your dreams, your values, your health, or more, only to realize the outcome of these compromises led to stress, weight gain, anxiety, fear, or even depression? Maybe you put everyone else's needs before your own and discovered this compromise led you to feel alone. Are you the mother who raised her family and who now finds herself with the children grown, with no financial security, no loving relationship, and consumed with fear and worry? Have you been suffering in silence but don't know why? Are you beautiful and fit on the outside, but in reality you're fighting internal emotional battles that no one else can see? Has life presented you with a challenge that has left you feeling alone as you try to navigate where you're supposed to go? If you said yes to any of this, you are not alone. With all the roles we women play, a wife, mother, sister, career climber, entrepreneur, and many more responsibilities with other titles, we run the risk of ignoring or diluting our health and wellness, our spirituality, our parenting, our love and relationships, our happiness, and our success until these elements are disrupted or eventually destroyed. The side effects of this destruction is causing an alarming rise in medicinal dependencies, suicides, domestic violence, abuse, neglect, divorces, disgruntled employees, anxiety, stress, depression, abandoned kids, poor academic performances in kids, and the list continues. I'm not blaming these side effects on women. Both genders within society must do our part to take ownership of responsibilities within our own family units and to create support within our communities for others. Women must also learn to put themselves on their own to-do lists. It's natural for us to nurture and nourish, but if you didn't even put yourself on the plan with everybody else to be taken care of, how can you expect anyone else to take care of you? You must acknowledge that you are worthy. You'll find that there are tons of books, seminars, coaches, and trainers out there teaching people how to be successful, happy, and wealthy. But what about when adversity hits? When your health, relationships, or finances are on the verge of destruction? When were you taking notes during that seminar on how to be successful or wealthy by having the right business plan, marketing strategy, or branding? Did you hear them offer solutions for when you encounter adversity? Was it included in the plan? The secret ingredients to rising to any challenges, whether it's personal or business, is having grace, gratitude, love, and joy. I will share with you real stories of experiences, emotions, and solutions for rising above life's challenges with grace, gratitude, love, and joy. I share my own personal stories, but I've also interlaced other people's stories within mine, although I have disguised them to protect their privacy, as some of them are recognizable in the public eye. From these stories, you'll see how the 4-step 4Rs program was used to create a blueprint for a renewed life when challenges arise. When creating the 4Rs, recognize, respond, reevaluate, rebalance, my goal was to provide a simple, practical, and realistic method for navigating through adversity. It's simply organized in 4 steps. 1. Recognize a rubble that needs to be cleared. 2. Respond with a recovery plan on how to transition from tragedy to triumph. 3. Reevaluate the plan as you rebuild in alignment with your new journey for the future. 4th, rebalance the relationships in your life that give you life. The program is designed to work for anyone at any stage in his or her life. I've worked personally with leading industry experts, from authors, media experts, fitness experts, celebrities, entrepreneurs, and more. And it is a powerful tool in the process of healing through adversity and moving towards an empowered life. This book won't focus heavily in the 4Rs program, but it will briefly reference it, particularly to offer examples as to how it can be integrated with real scenarios. Here's an example of why I needed to rely on this program continually, as life didn't seem to be selfish when it came to handing out challenges or curveballs to me. I had a solid business plan written with the most qualified strategists. Attorneys that have represented major corporations even complimented the revision. But when certain personal factors such as my health, my relationships, and my finances all took a spun into a whirlwind, what good was that business plan? Do you think my marketing and branding strategy took priority? What would you do next? I had to figure it out. Although I tried to figure everything out on my own by trial and error, I felt alone during the process until I started learning from other people. They too were suffering in silence. Before we go any further, I want to offer a transparent disclaimer. When I talk about love and relationships, I'm no MFT, that's a marriage family therapist, or a psychologist. When I talk about nutrition, I'm not a nutritionist. Actually, my degree is in electrical and electronic engineering. I speak on various topics, from grassroots methods I've used to learn on my own to learning from other experts. Think about it. How would those certifications or degrees framed on my wall serve you? Do you automatically become certified, or would you want to hear from someone that's actually been living it as opposed to just studying it? I didn't write my story because I became a widow at the age of 32. My story actually began before this. Although I'm going to relate to events from my own life or others, I believe you'll find a connection somewhere in your journey. Our journey called life is filled with happiness, success, fulfillment, disappointments, and adversities, but all in all, blessings. The key to keep moving forward in your own path is finding gratitude first. Even when there is contrast to the light, there's always gold to be found in life's challenges. It is the alchemy of adversity. And when I refer to alchemy, I'm referring to the metaphor of turning a rubble of metal into precious gold, not that hocus pocus of wizardry. You are not alone. How to rise above life's challenges with grace, gratitude, love, and joy is about finding the gold in life's challenges. A path finding who we are inside and the way we handle the challenges we face is how we transition from tragedy to triumph and who we're truly meant to be. We're not only guided by our inner self, but the resources of guidance all around us. None of us are ever alone. Becoming a widow at the age of 32 was a tragedy for me, but the challenges of all my prior adversities gave me the strength and foundation to transition from tragedy to triumph. What sorts of adversities, you might ask? My entire life was one loss after another. I lost my innocent childhood to my stepfather, who molested me at a young age. I lost my respect for and trust in certain people who failed to protect me. I later forgave them, knowing it was their fear that overpowered them. I lost my firstborn son to an adoption. I nearly lost my life twice, and then I did lose my husband suddenly. One thing I never lost, though, was my faith. My faith fueled my dreams for a better life. We all have dreams for a reason. I had already lost so much in my lifetime, I wasn't about to lose my dreams. Why am I sharing my story? I share my story so that others can share their story and have their glory. I share my story so that others don't have to experience the extremities of what I face, but would be able to take the fruit of my adversities and prosper with it. I share my story to allow people to borrow my belief and faith. I share my love and light so that others can illuminate theirs. I share my joys and blessings so that others can share theirs, and let others know you are not alone. And I ended the introduction with one of my favorite quotes by Napoleon Hill. Every adversity has within it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. So that's the introduction, and next we'll read Recognizing the Rebel in the next video, the risk of overcompensating. So read along, get your free downloadable copy at myjoyagain.com. Bye for now.